Logic Hop goals are a way that we can store user actions for the current visit or for future visits when the user returns to the site. Goals in Logic Hop are very simple. If I come into our goal editor, we'll see that I have one here created called Video Played. And it's really just as simple as having a title and a description. You can also increment lead scores every time a goal is completed, the first complete only, first complete each session, or we can reset the lead score with a new value. We're going to leave that off for the time being and just use the straightforward goal itself. When I come back to our goals page, you can see you have not played the video. The video played goal is not completed. Let's take a look where that's actually coming from. In Logic Hop under our conditions, I have a goal that is the video played goal completed. And you can see that I can reference the goal from all of our visits, from the current session, and then we can also use goal counts. So every time a goal is met, that count gets incremented +1, and that could also be for the current session. So you might want to know if a user viewed a video multiple times, so you can start to keep track of that as well. So when I have goal all visits, I just simply start typing my goal name, and it loads in here. And if the goal during any visit, video played, has been completed, this condition is true. And if we come into the page itself, if I check edit page, we can see we have that condition. We're saying if the goal has not been completed, we're using the inverse here. We have the exclamation point, which means that if the goal has not been completed, we're displaying this H3 tag, you have not played the video. And then we have you have played the video, so that is if the goal has been completed. Now there's a number of ways to trigger goals. One easy way is we can set the goal when the page loads. So we could say video played, goal has been met when the page loads. Well, that's not really accurate for this goal because we want to know if the video has been played. Another way that we can do it is we can set the goal on a condition. So we can say if a condition is met, let's say if this is the user's repeat visit, we can set the goal video played. Again, this is very powerful and useful, but not in our instance. This still isn't going to tell us if the user has viewed the actual video. Then here's something that we can do as well. We can set the goal on a JavaScript event, and that would be on a click, on scroll, on mouse down. Now this might be a really easy way to work with this, is we could say on click, and we could get the element. If I come up here, we could say if they click on the ID player, so I could put that in here, and then we could set that goal video play. So that's one way to do it that's really powerful as well, using JavaScript events. Let me clear this out. We're going to use a way that's even more powerful, and this is tying into YouTube, and this is using JavaScript, so this might be a little more complex for some folks, but the powerful thing about this is we can use any JavaScript function or callback. So YouTube has an API that knows when the state of the video has changed, and it can call back this onPlayer state change, and it calls this function here. So what I'm doing here is using the Logic Hop _goal JavaScript function, and I'm just passing in the slug for that goal. So we can trigger that via JavaScript. And then I also have an alert tag that's popping up here. So let me go ahead and let's view this page. I'm just going to open it in a new tab. And then what we'll see is if I go ahead and click play, it starts playing, and then pause this here, we have this alert that says Logic Hop video play goal is logged. Reload the page to see the personalization updated.
Welcome to this week's show of YouTube
OK
Developers
here.
Live.
So if I reload the page now, we can see that that goal has been set. You have played the video. The video played goal is completed. Really powerful way to start to use goals. They can be used in complex conditions. We looked at just a very basic condition that we could say if the goal for any visit, but then we can also combine these things as well. We could say, and their lead score is equal to a certain value, or if they're on a tablet or a mobile device. So really we can start to combine this with a number of different components to have very powerful functionality with goals. Another thing that we have as well is our goal insights. And this just lets us know how many times this goal has been triggered. So this is just within the past 30 days. So we can use this as a very useful way to start to measure the success of goals. And then we also have additional add-ons. So you can use Google Analytics, and anytime a goal is triggered, you can push that data back into Google Analytics. So Logic Hop goals, extremely powerful, especially when combined with conditions. And you can trigger them a number of different ways. You can do it on the page load. You can do it on the page load when a condition has been met. And then you can also trigger goals based on JavaScript events. So this is a really powerful way to add the ability to track user activity and user actions on the site during the current visit or when users come back for future visits.